I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and... I Feel Pretty is written and directed by Abby Kahn and Mark Silverstein. It stars Amy Schumer, Adie Bryant, Emily Ratajkowski, and Michelle Williams. Amy plays Renee, an ordinary woman that just feels ordinary, that just feels out of place. She's not confident. She doesn't feel beautiful inside or out. She doesn't feel like she's seen, and she just wishes she was in somebody else's body. She just wishes she just looked beautiful as the models surrounding her. Until one fateful day, Renee has a little accident where she gets bumped on the noggin, and when she sees herself as stunningly beautiful, blessed to be attractive, perfect hair, perfect body. With this discovery, she becomes extremely confident and starts just making her way into the world and just leaving her mark and leaving everyone confused and yet intrigued by just her newfound confidence that opens doors to new possibilities into her life. Amy Schumer has been this comic that just gets bashed on just for the sake of being bashed on. Yeah, there's been talks that she might have stolen jokes from other comedians, but that is really not what I see everybody hating her for. I think everybody hates her just because she has a point of view and she just likes promoting being herself. I believe that people bash on her just for the sake of bashing on her, because if you were to watch Trainwreck, that was a pretty great movie. If you were to watch her show Inside Amy Schumer, I believe that the first and second season were pretty solid with some top-notch skits. So it always left me a little confused as to why a lot of people just bash on her, other than her political views and the way that she just presents herself with confidence about her body to the world. So of course this movie and its plot is perfect for someone like Amy Schumer. Now, is this movie as good as Trainwreck? Absolutely not. It doesn't even come close. But I will say that Amy Schumer is very, very, very good in this movie. There's a spark of brilliance in her confidence, her comedic timing. Everything that she does in this movie just works. She elevates this movie quite a bit. You can obviously tell that she believes in the message that this movie is trying to give to the audience. Especially when you see Renee so insecure at the beginning of the movie and the confidence she brings in the second half of the movie. You really see that vulnerability that Amy Schumer showed in sparks in Trainwreck that I really wanted to see more of. So here are a little bit more sparks than, say, a movie like Snatched. Snatched to me was more about the pratfalls and the sight gags that really just didn't work for me, even though she had Goldie Hawn on her side. Now this movie is really more up her alley, and it's closer to something like Trainwreck that really works in Amy Schumer's benefit. We also got comedian Rory Scovel as the love interest, and just like Bill Hader in Trainwreck, she uses these love interests that are just, average male actors. We don't have a Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, which by all means grounds the movie into reality. And the overall message of actually being confident in yourself, and that will prove that you can be successful, rather than to be caught up with the beauty and the materialistic stuff, that it's really your confidence that pushes you forward and your drive that pushes you forward. It's a good message. And there's a nice little subplot with Emily Ratajkowski that shows that beautiful women are just as insecure as the regular women. But this movie kind of drags, and this movie's second half is really not as good as it thinks it is. It starts going to all the cliches down the road of a typical rom-com movie. This is the directorial debut of Kahn and Silverstein, who are known to writing things like Never Been Kissed, and I believe he's just not that into you. And you know what else bogs this movie down? Michelle Williams. Who would have thought that Michelle Williams, of all people, would deliver a bad performance? But leave it to an Amy Schumer movie to give us a bad performance from Michelle Williams. It is awfully cartoonish. It's just awful. I never thought I would ever say that Amy Schumer outacts Michelle Williams in a movie. But here we are, 2018. She literally gives one of the worst performances I have seen all year. She has a high-pitched voice throughout the movie, and I don't know how she can keep up with it, but she does, and she's just so blandly cartoonish, and she seems like a bad guy, but really she's insecure just as much as Amy Schumer is, and she just needs help to find her confidence. But again, the first half of this movie I thought was really strong, and I thought it was really great. Amy Schumer was fantastic. I was actually very, very pleased with Schumer in this movie. And then the second half comes in and she starts forgetting who she is, losing sight of who she is, and she loses her way kind of storyline throws the movie into bland territory and just makes it basically just a typical throwaway rom-com movie. Which is a shame because this movie was on the road to do something a lot better. Now, the directing is nothing to write home about. Obviously, this is their first time directing, Conn and Silverstein, so they don't really have an eye for directing, but I liked where the story was going until I found out where the story was going. To me, this is better than Snatched as far as Amy Schumer is concerned. I really think she can do great things given the platform. I don't believe that she deserves all the hate that she's been getting over the years. It's just too much. But this is definitely a movie like Trainwreck that shows the talents, has a pretty good message for the females. It isn't as funny as I hoped it would be, but it is pretty funny. The second half is just, and Michelle Williams is just awful. So I'm a little torn between the movies, so I'm gonna give the movie 2.5 out of 5 stars. Well, once again, guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you see here, click like at the bottom. Go to our SoundCloud page for more extensive reviews. This is Ray from LiveWire, and once again, thanks for watching.